Thanks for keeping your mouth shut.
Thanks for minding your own business.
Come on, show me the good ones.
Thanks for not telling my girlfriend.
Send that to me.
Hi!
Thanks for not telling anyone.
When you do nothing, you're helping him. But when you do something, you help her.
Thanks for telling the bartender.
Thanks for stopping him.
Thanks for telling HR.
Thanks for getting help.
Who will you help? Stop sexual harassment and violence when you see it.
Feel Better Friday, here we go.
What's happening? What's happening? Welcome to Feel Better Friday Live in the Loft, the music TV show that makes Fridays feel better. I am your host, Sylver Logan Sharp, and this is the Feel Better Hour. Thank you so much for tuning in. And you can catch the Feel Better Friday show on our Feel Better Friday Facebook page and by subscribing to our YouTube channel, which is Feel Better Friday, the TV show on YouTube. Now go on and touch the button down there on Facebook Live, family, and tell your friends to come on and tune in and watch. Woo! You know, we love to see what y'all got to say. So we want to check out your comments. Let us know how you're feeling, where you're watching from. If you're at work, if you're laying on the couch somewhere, playing hooky from work, you know how you do. Anyway, I know it's a lot going on in the world, but it's a new day, it's a new year, and it's a new season of Feel Better Fun on Feel Better Friday. We really, 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 really thank you so much for supporting and tuning in, and keep telling your friends and telling your friends. And if you're in the Washington DMV area, you can catch Feel Better Friday every Friday night at 7 o'clock on DCTV. That's channel 95 on Comcast. Now, you may remember on last week's episode, we had a chance to tell you a little bit about the Feel Better Challenge, right? That's that self-care thing when you just gotta stop, child, take 5, breathe, get grounded, plant yourself down, visualize yourself fabulous, see yourself successful, then listen to your heart. That's probably one of the most important. Listen to your heart. So with all of that visualizing and breathing and grounding, listen to your heart and then, woo! Shake it off, child. Shake it off and keep it moving. And that's why we bring it to Feel Better Friday. So listen, are y'all ready to get it in? Make some noise in the ball. Come on. Woo! We're going to have some fun today, y'all. I know somebody needs to feel better, right? Somebody needs to feel better, even if just for a moment. So this is where you unplug and just let your hair down for a minute and take a second and enjoy an amazing artist that we have. You know we like to keep them coming. Everybody has come through the law. We've had Mesa, we've had Howard Hewitt, we've had Rasan Patterson, we've had Najee, and the list keeps coming and you ain't ready. Check it out. Our guest today is definitely a game changer in a niche all his own. Born in Normandy, France, he lived in and around France and Paris most of his life. Now he's US based and always traveling. Child, that man's passport looks bigger than my pocketbook, you hear me? Anywho, he somehow made the diatonic harmonicas hip, hot, and sexy, you feel me? His impressive style and electrifying stage presence have landed him on recordings and tours and performances with a wide range of musical greats, including Stevie Wonder, the late Prince, David Foster, and we would be here all day and next week if I named everybody else, you know what I'm saying? His sound can be heard on projects with everybody from Kindred the Family Soul to the Jonas Brothers and DC's own David Dyson and way too many others to mention. In fact, he's even on my single, Love Is, from the Groovin' record. That's right, I get to brag because he's actually on my CD as a special featured artist as well. Are y'all ready? Y'all ain't ready. Make some noise. Are you ready? Are you ready? Now, you know, okay, I don't think, as long as I've known you and as long as we have jammed and done all kind of stuff, I don't think we have ever done a Stevie Wonder song before.
Is it a
together?
first?
That's a first.
The first?
That was the first. And it better not be the last. I know where you live. Okay, I'm just saying, it better not be the last. Anyway, we're going to talk about that more in the show. But right now, I'm going to turn it over to Fred Yonnet and the band with no name. with Fred Yonnet.
That's me.
Oh my goodness. You sure? You sure? I don't know. Listen. Oh my goodness. That is just, you know, I know when people probably think harmonica, they're thinking blues, and you know, we're gonna sit back and get a drink at the bar and listen to some old blues. And then you show up and the place explodes. I would just love to talk about a barfly. Literally, when that happens, when you walk in. But I know we're gonna get into all of your music, but please introduce. I see some folks in here that I know, but please introduce the band. They do have names, but this is the band with no name. Would you introduce everybody?
All right, so we have the Spider on bass, Daryl L.A.Hunt on drums, Dwayne Lee on trumpet, Matt Richter on keys, and Dennis Turner on sax.
Everybody's going, he doesn't know his band members at all.
Right.
He's never met them before. Just yesterday, we just found them. And you know those are the names, you just haven't matched them to the people yet. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I'm working on that.
I got it. Yeah, that's going to be tricky. They're all tapping their phones right now. Going, what? That's not Spider. When did Spider start playing keys? And the read is that you do, though. But I swear to God, if you get up and play a saxophone and a trumpet and everything else, I'm going to just punch you.
Right.
You're not supposed to know that much stuff. Just not supposed to. Anyway, y'all, it's Feel Better Friday. We're live in the Loft, and this is Fred Yonnet and the band with no name. It's Feel Better Friday, y'all. This is how we do it. We're live in the loft. Now, hopefully somewhere you're seeing this either on social media or on DC TV if you're in the Washington, DC area. And we just really, literally use our God-given talents and gifts to just try to unplug for just a moment and bring you some music and serenade you in a way that You just can't get everywhere any time of the day, especially with a band like this. Today, on Feel Better Friday, live in the Loft, we've got the one and only Fred Yonnet and the band with no name.
I am courageous. I am stylish.
I am conscious.
I am a trailblazer.
I am the greatest. I'm dedicated.
I am dominant.
What's up, y'all? Let's Feel Better Friday. We're back. Y'all make a little noise. Y'all can make some noise. Make some noise. Fred Yonnet has been in here wearing the loft out. You know I'm gonna have to renovate now, right? You know that, right? Yeah. You done came in here and just splashed all your DNA all over everything. I love it. I love it. I love it. Fellas, don't go there.
Yeah, you saw that.
Okay.
You saw the
See,
side.
I set myself up for that. I did. I forgot for a second. I was in the room with. Welcome to the loft. You sound amazing as always. I know you've got all kinds of things happening and going on, and records dropping and concerts happening. You have been traveling like crazy. Yeah, and were you just in Africa, did I see? Was I following that right? Was that right?
Check 1, 2. Hey,
Yeah.
bonjour.
Aha,
Yes.
and he's French. Y'all know my French is bad, so I'm going to leave it to him.
I saw some French art in your place. I feel at home.
Up my bathroom, yes.
See?
I feel very Paris-like when I go to the Louvre. Anyway.
I have never heard that one before. When I go to the Louvre.
You get it?
See the Mona Lisa?
Right.
Wow.
Daryl can get his mic. Grab the mic from the piano.
Okay.
From
Yeah.
Oh,
So, we got mics everywhere. We'll make sure everybody's
You see Dennis's face. Like,
right, it's happening. Yeah.
I got a mic too.
Oh, we done gave Dennis a mic, y'all.
It's the first thing.
But he's not in the frame, so.
I've been shot too.
Right. It could be wrong. So tell me about your traveling. I know you were just traveling extensively. I saw some wonderful pictures. Where were you exactly?
Oh my gosh, we took a 6 weeks trip first through the Middle East and then to Africa. We started in Dubai and Abu Dhabi, where we were invited by His Royalness to attend Formula One.
Formula One, yes.
So that was an absolutely amazing experience, and we actually had a jam session over there with Dave Chappelle.
Of course. Shout out to Dave Chappelle. Yeah.
Chris Tucker was there.
Wow.
Yes.
Both of them in the same room.
Absolutely. So we had to play a little Michael Jackson.
Of course.
So Chris could get his leg work.
I would have loved to have been a barfly in that room too. That would have been fabulous.
And then Tiffany Haddish joined us too.
No!
Yeah, we had a great time.
Oh man, that sounds like your rib cage must have been on fire from
we
that.
had fun.
I can only imagine.
Wait, did Tiffany sing? Did she try to sing?
No, she didn't try. She made it happen, my brother.
She sang
for real. She got on stage with us and started putting some old classics, some Motown, some Stevie.
Let me find out she can sing.
Oh, she's
How
alright.
dare you? She bought a bracelet from me years ago.
Really?
She was doing a play,
Yeah,
Chuck
it was
West.
it was a...
Well, it was Chuck's production. I forget who. Was it a David Talbot show?
No, you're right. It was Chuck.
Chuck's show?
It was Chuck.
And of course I was there, and I had been asked to bring silverware.
Hashtag silverware.
Silverware. And I had been asked to bring it, and she wanted this bracelet. It's so funny. I cannot wait. I hope our paths cross again soon, because she was like, I really want this bracelet. And I did not get paid yet, but I want this bracelet, and I gave it to her because she was so serious and she wanted it so badly. And I was
I'm sure she remembers that.
I know, I can't wait to see her again. I'm like, you owe me for that bracelet, right? I'm just kidding. Tiffany, you gotta come on Feel Better Friday. But no, she's, so she can sing too.
Yes.
So you had these singing comedians.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, we had a great time. So from there we went to South Africa. We went to Cape Town.
Nice.
And from Cape Town, we spent like a few days in Cape Town and went to Johannesburg.
Yes. Wow.
And we were there to attend the Global Citizen concert.
Global
So Global Citizen, the Global Citizen is like it's almost like a mega fundraiser. So they filled up the stadium, and they had some of the greatest talent on earth performing. Usher was performing, Pharrell, Black Coffee, what's his name? Casper was opening for Beyonce and Jay-Z. Ed Sheeran was there.
That's not a shabby show at all.
No, but the good thing is all these folks came to the jam session we did the night
Wow.
before. Or most of them, not all of them, but most of them. And we had a wonderful time. Again, Ed Sheeran came. And,
When I tell you I love Ed Sheeran, I love Ed Sheeran so much that I took one of our songs and did a mashup with one of his songs.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So he's about to appear as one of the writers on my record. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm about to release that blicky. Yes, sir. Love that shit.
I'm sure he can use the cash, right?
Yeah. Well, now I ain't never met a dollar I didn't like. I'm just saying. Nowadays, they're a little crazy. And I've never been to Johannesburg. Daryl has been.
Yeah.
Daryl toured there with Yolanda Adams several years ago.
We did
It was
that
a while
in Cape
ago.
Town. It was beautiful.
Yeah, I haven't been yet, but next time,
Well,
I want to play.
it's a long trip.
It's a long trip. I just got back from Hawaii. I did a gig with Sheep, believe it or not. Shout out to my Sheep family. And so, them plane rides ain't no joke. It's not fun. It's not fun. But welcome back home. So I know that was an amazing experience.
Yeah, because after that we took 2 weeks off and we went to do a safari where we really had
safari after all of that.
After all of that, yes. So we extended. Then a friend of ours called us. She was in Kenya. She was spending Christmas in Kenya. And she was like, "Why don't you just come and join us?" So we spent Christmas in Kenya.
Cool friends in very cool places.
That was fun. It was a great time.
We don't know nobody in Kenya.
Well, Serena, my sister.
Hello. No, I'm just kidding.
Question though.
Yes.
That safari.
Yes.
I saw y'all were staying out. Did you stay out on safari? Like I saw y'all in some tent or something.
Yeah, we had two great experiences. The first one was in the Chromatic Park, which is a private park. So it's a private reserve.
Okay.
And because it's private, you can just be on the trails and go off the trails. Like if you see an elephant 200 yards away from you, you just
I'm sorry.
drive. Yes. Yes.
Okay, I just y'all heard it too. Okay, he said an elephant. I just want to make sure.
Exactly like this. Like at some point we saw
a pit bull.
We saw a caravan of 16
random
16 elephants, and they're pretty big. But they're vegan. They're very cool.
They're elephants. With the lions, not so much.
The lions are on a different diet. Elephants, you're okay. So it's like it was the situation where wherever you saw a group of animals, you could literally get off the trail, park in their path, and let them walk around you. So we had this kind of experience with lions, zebras, and wildebeest and buffaloes. Not so much buffaloes because they won't play.
Yeah, it's like there's a building walking by with a tusk.
Right, exactly. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Maybe we should go.
It's like a Yukon with.
They're huge.
Yeah.
And I would imagine there, like over here, our animals have had work done. Not so much over there.
Work done.
Our animals are getting their hooves done and their, animals over there are real. They're not playing. That's where they come from. California animals, they've had work done. So
No. Those are like as raw as they come.
And so you sat amongst them and they walked around and they don't.
So what Daryl was referring to is we stayed in a camp called Singita, and it's basically nine tents in the middle of the Chromatic Park. And each one of those tents have, electricity, running water, and so they're comfortable.
See, now we're talking.
But there is no fence around the park, and you're in the middle of the Chromatic Park. So there's a water hole, like 15 yards, actually, 15 feet from the deck where we're having breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Wow!
And at night, lions come and drink out of the water hole.
And they just walk right by you.
Just right by you, so you have to be.
So you're not lunch or anything.
So you're sure you're not lunch, breakfast, right? But no, it's
and they're that calm around humans.
They're not very calm around human. You gotta just.
You just have to stay in your.
Yeah.
There's no sudden moves.
There's no communication. It's not like that. It's not like you're trying to. It's not like meeting it's not no kind of encounters. You just stay in your place, you know, and just let them be, watch, take pictures, but don't try to engage, you know, and enjoy the experience. It's absolutely beautiful.
I bet.
Yeah. So once you're in your tent at night, you just stay until the sun rises.
Right. And hopefully all the animals are down and sleeping. And
we were woken up by a lioness one morning. I mean, that was pretty amazing. Yeah. It's like the Lion King, but for real.
But for real, right?
The real Lion King. You were there. We were there.
Wow, that is fascinating.
Awesome.
Wow, what an experience, man. This is, this is more than you can get on a Feel Better Friday. You know, we can only live vicariously, but that is. I'm gonna dream about elephants now.
You should.
I wrote out an avenue. It could happen. It could happen. No, it can't. It can't.
That's what happened at the zoo.
Right.
No, right. This is absolutely. It's Feel Better Friday, y'all. We're live in the loft. It's Fred Yonnet, and some of the band with no name is still with us. In fact, the DC crew.
That's right.
Yeah. Dwayne and Dennis on guitar and bass, and also accompanying Fred on your upcoming gigs, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But I want to ask you a couple of questions. And how do you balance being at home and being on the road?
We're not at home much, so I guess the road becomes your home, you know? We were out for 6 weeks, and when we came back, it felt very quiet.
No lions, not traffic,
tires,
no sirens going, it's like...
No driver,
right.
Where is Francis?
Amen. You the driver, man.
So you have played with, I tell you, we're talking about being on the right stage at the right time. You have played with some of the biggest musical greats in music. I mean, they just, especially not just in our time. I feel like Stevie Wonder and Prince, and we're here in another life, they're here in this life, they're gonna be in, it's that kind of thing where there's no time when their music was not and is not amazing. We got to open up with a Stevie song. We do all kinds of Stevie music here on Feel Better Friday and in the Sylver Logan Sharp Show. But it was a pleasure to do that. You got to. Listen, we have all stole a chord, a riff, a saying, a something from the great Stevie Wonder. And he actually has a piece of silverware. A friend of mine used to work with him and gave him a necklace, and he sent me this beautiful picture of him in a piece of amber somewhere in my archives. But how did you come to work with Stevie? And then, Prince, and I know I think, if I read correctly, I think I read somewhere that Prince saw you playing with Stevie.
That's right.
Right? Is that right?
Yeah.
And that's how and he was like, ooh, and then when he saw you again, he was like, come.
That's exactly right.
Is that true?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So then how did you come to work with Stevie?
Well, it all started with this amazing comedian I met in 2006, who had taken a break from TV, from television, but not from show business. And one day Dave Chappelle was invited to present at the Grammys after he had left his show. That was like his first comeback to television as a presenter. So he graciously invited me to join him to this amazing experience. From my perspective, I felt like I was at Borders bookstores, but all the records were actually walking in the building. Yeah, here's Madonna, here is Sting, here is Stevie Wonder. Oh my gosh! So I was totally. He's always represented, the epitome of excellence in my perspective. I mean, his body of work speaks for itself. We play the same instrument. Of course, I grew up listening to him, and his sound has a huge influence on what I'm doing. So I introduced myself to him. I took a selfie like any fan would at the time, and then 15 minutes later, we were hanging out with Dave and Stevie in Stevie's dressing room, and that's where I had a window to, there were moments where nobody was talking to him, so I felt like, hey, might as well engage a conversation.
He's there, I'm here, hey.
So So let's talk about
Not every day that you get to sit and talk to Stevie Wonder.
Exactly. So this little 30 seconds where nobody was really breathing, taking any of his time, I just started talking to him about harmonica, and I pulled my harmonica out of my pocket, and I started playing Boogie on Reggae Woman, and he had his hand on my wrist, and he was listening, and we started talking technique about the instrument, and from there our relationship just grew into the moment where he decided to produce a tour for the 40th anniversary of Songs in the Key of Life. And there is a few songs on the album where he's singing and playing the harmonica at the same time. So he couldn't do both, and he invited me to play his harmonica part on the.
Now you know that's deep. It's not that it's just Stevie, but a harmonica player calls a harmonica player to come play.
Right.
Now you know that's serious, right?
Yeah, that is.
That's serious. That's serious. Wow, what a fantastic situation. And then, of course, the late great Prince sees you playing with Stevie.
So yeah, that was an interesting one. I had an opportunity to meet him at his house. Currently, it's 2006, I want to say, and he wasn't performing that night. He had the time playing in his living room, and most of the guests, I know, and most of the guests were just on the deck, just chatting,
In awe and hanging out.
Yeah, while the man was performing in the living room.
Wow.
Yes, so very few people were, I shouldn't say that, but very few people were really paying attention to the band, and people were just gathering outside, just chilling. And at some point, we went to party with the band, but it was maybe 40 people in that big house, so it was very intimate.
Yeah.
And of course, all the big names were there. And I want to say a year later, Stevie was performing. It was 2007. Stevie was performing at Madison Square Garden. He asked me to come in and play with him on a song. And first he invites Tony Bennett to perform with him, to do For Once in My Life together. Then he brings me up, and we play Boogie on Reggae Woman. And it was an explosive rendition of the song. And as I come downstairs to go grab some water, I run into Larry Graham, which was really it was like he appeared out of nowhere.
Bass and all, right?
And all of a sudden I hear somebody playing Superstition, but the guitar player, Stevie's guitar player, was on the side of the stage watching the show, so I was like, what's happening? Prince had taken his guitar and was performing. Fast forward, that was in November 2007, fast forward to February to the Grammys week. Again, we had an opportunity to go jam at Prince's house, and as I walk in, he did not recognize me right away, but maybe 15-20 minutes later, as I was talking with, I think it was Anthony Hamilton or CeeLo. It was Anthony Hamilton. I was playing a little bit of harmonica, and Prince walked by, we connected the dots, and from there.
So what were you playing? Play for me what you played. Do you remember what you played when he walked by, or when that moment happened?
I don't necessarily remember that, but I remember his reaction.
Yeah?
Yeah,
that boy good.
He was like, oh, you weren't playing for Stevie, you were playing with Stevie. And those are the
Now see, that's deep right there.
Yeah, those were his words. And
that means his ears were hearing all kind of things that regular people don't hear. We don't have that.
But that's always been the case for him, though.
That's true.
That's always.
That's true. He was exceptional.
And that's true.
Wow.
And from there, we started touring Europe, and I had the opportunity to work with him for about 2-3 years.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. What a great legacy you are creating as well, playing with all these wonderful people. And then, of course, you got your thing happening.
That's right.
And it's all about your thing.
That's right.
And then you got all the DC greats hanging with you. Y'all don't know. See, they think DC's a political town. Don't believe the hype. It's a musical town. The White House just happens to be here.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying, because then you have Dwayne Lee and Dennis Turner and Daryl L.A.Hunt. These are the DC greats up in here. What's up, fellas? Make some noise, make some noise. The producers and the songwriters and all of that. And so Dennis, tell me, how did you come to meet Fred?
Actually, I met Fred, the first time we met was in Richmond, at the Richmond Jazz Fest. You were playing with Erykah Badu. We were opening, I was playing with the opening act, and he walked out, and then we reconnected when Biscuit Bynum called me to sub a gig at the Stratford.
Wow.
That was a long time ago.
How many years? How many years?
Like 2007?
It's going by fast.
That's like
Jesus Christ.
2006 something like that?
Yeah, just about.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, it was around that time. So yeah, it's been that long.
It's been that long.
Yeah.
Wow. And you all have been playing together quite a while.
Look at little Dennis.
Many months ago.
Did you say little Dennis?
It's all grown up.
It's all grown up.
I didn't have a beard at the time.
I know, and Daryl and I had the pleasure of traveling with Fred to the Amalfi Coast. Do you remember that?
Oh, we were.
Oh my gosh.
We talked about the last rehearsal, which was hilarious.
Do you remember that gig?
Yeah, talking about that in Pompeii and all that.
Oh, that's right. That was really
I remember
incredible.
at some point, one of the moments I remember was seeing all those white shirts, buttons flying around the room. Remember this?
At the reception.
Remember this?
Yeah.
Yes. That reception.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't remember.
And how about the fireworks outside?
And the fireworks, you know it's dope when you are not only are you in a beautiful place like that, but you have a wedding. Everybody strips down, and then there's fireworks. I'm just saying, we were all there.
Yeah, you're like a cappuccino out because you get a double espresso.
Their espressos are different than ours.
That's right.
Yeah.
What's their first espressos?
Yeah, and you messing with Italian espressos. That's a whole another thing. That's.
I was gonna try it up until I saw how y'all reacted to it.
Listen, the first song on the list.
Right.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
It was a ballad.
Right. It was a ballad. Right. Exactly. It was a fun gig. You just never know where we just may pop up. And I was just there for color and fluff, and it was a lot of fun. I loved it. It was a good time, really good time. And thank you, because I got to see a part of the world I had not been to. I've been to Italy many times, but never to the Amalfi Coast. And literally, when I tell you they're driving like bats out of hell in these little tiny cars on the edge, and there's no rail, and it's nothing but mountains and water, it was absolutely beautiful.
How about Pompeii? That was amazing.
Oh, that was absolutely amazing. It really was. I don't know if we got pictures. We got to have some pictures so we can put it in the in one of the shows later to edit in. It's really great.
Pictures on Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That was a couple years ago, though.
That
But
was
we
2013.
he remembers
Like
an elephant. You know what I mean?
That was 2013.
So wait, now how did Dwayne come to work with you? Dwayne, this is your first go round with Mr. Yonnet?
Yeah. Dennis lied to me on Sunday.
Lied to you on Sunday.
I do all the hiring and firing.
He's like, are you available this week? It's an easy gig.
Oh!
Wait. I said lie. It is an easy gig. For us.
Not for anybody coming in.
I was not prepared yet. It was fun. I met him because it's easy to play with him.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
It's
It's a lot of fun. Fred's gonna have a jam, whether y'all jamming or not. Fred gonna have a jam.
Right.
And if he points at you, you better be ready. You can be biting a chicken wing, but if he points, you better jump.
So all of this was just last week.
Okay. So welcome to Fred Yonnet world.
Oh no, he came in. He's good now.
It's good. You've been inducted into the Yonnet world.
Plenty of paperwork.
I know.
What happened is you won't get a gold harmonica in the mail.
Right. Oh, word.
I need that because I need Stevie Wonder.
Right. We're all going to try to channel our innermost Fred with that 30 seconds and see if it works. It might not work. Y'all, it's Feel Better Friday. We are live in the loft with the one and only Fred Yonnet and the band with no name. They have just been ripping the place apart. It's just unbelievable. Okay, I got some rapid fire questions for you, right? Just a quick off the top of your head and just see where it goes. You ready?
Wish me luck.
Luck. Okay. Driving or Uber?
Driving.
Dogs or cats?
Both.
Okay, I'll take it. Calling or texting?
She said rapid fire.
What's your number?
Texting.
Yeah.
Winter or summer? Or spring or fall?
Or.
warm?
Both. All of them.
All of them?
Yeah.
I hate winter. Anyway.
No, it doesn't bother me.
Wow.
Morning person or night person?
All night.
Wow.
Cooking or ordering in?
It depends so much, but cooking is gratifying. Yeah.
Pickup truck or sports car?
Sports car.
Beach, ocean, or mountain and hiking?
Studio.
Dancing or the gym?
Dancing.
Okay. Physical shopping or online shopping?
Physical. Depends for what though, but physical. Yeah, like
Physical shopping, like to touch
I'm
it,
old school.
go try it on and stuff like
And
that.
then with all the traveling you're doing too.
Okay.
Yeah, you can.
Last one. Harry or ball? I'm just kidding. You don't have to answer that. You don't have to answer that. It's Feel Better Friday. We're live in the loft, y'all. It's Fred Yonnet.
Wow, that wasn't really.
We always get that one in.
Right. I saw it in red. I was like, oh.
Sorry, right?
I know usually you can't see it all. But anyway, y'all, it's Feel Better Friday. We are live in the loft with Fred Yonnet. And it has been wonderful having you here. It's been simply amazing. Anybody got anything they want to add, Daryl? You want to ask him anything? I know you already know.
I'm just very happy to be here. Oh wait, I live here.
It's Feel Better Friday, y'all. This is how we do. We're live in the loft with Fred Yonnet. It just carried on like that. Y'all want to hit the Feel Better Friday jam right quick?
Okay.
1, 2, 3, hey! That's how we do. It's Fred Yonnet. We had to get it in just a little bit.